Hello friends, Yogesh again. In last session we have discussed about AWS CloudTrail. What is CloudTrail service, what is the benefit, how we can use CloudTrail in our day-to-day AWS admin work. In this session I'm just going to discuss managing the trails. Here I'm going to demonstrate how you can update the existing trail, how you can delete the existing trail. So this is something agenda. So let's begin. The update process is very simple, friends. AWS CloudTrail update dash trail, then dash name and your trail name. Let's say you want to make it multi-region, then dash is dash multi dash region dash trail. When you press enter, your trail becomes multi-region. Let's say you want it no multi-region, then you can see on my screen dash no dash is dash multi dash region dash trail. Let's say you want to enable the log file validation feature. In that case, dash enable dash log dash file dash validation. You may be thinking from where I can get these options, what options can be applied, what options can be changed. For that, simply run AWS CloudTrail space help. It will give you options which are supported by that particular service. So that's easy. Let's say you want to manage the states of trail. States are whether trail is stopped or started, basically enabled or disabled. To stop it, you can run AWS CloudTrail space stop dash logging dash name your trail name. If you want to start it, start dash logging. That's it. For example, you don't want to use a particular trail which is obsolete, or you already configured something new. How you can delete a trail? To delete it, that's again very simple. AWS CloudTrail space delete dash trail dash name, then trail name, press enter. One thing you have to keep in mind, when you delete a trail, it is associated with the S3 bucket. Let's say you go to an S3 bucket which is only used by the trail which you are planning or going to delete. In that case, if you are sure that S3 bucket is only associated with that particular trail which you have deleted, then you can delete that particular S3 bucket if you don't need data which is inside your S3 bucket. Please note, if you deleted your S3 bucket, you don't have backup, you will be in trouble. So make sure you ensure properly that you already backed up data or you don't need that data. Then you can delete your S3 bucket. For that, AWS space S3 space RP means remove bucket. Then your bucket name dash force. Why I'm using force? Because let's say your bucket got some data inside, so it will delete that bucket forcefully. So let's have a quick lab session on this one. Okay, I'm on my server. It's got AWS CLI config. So first thing, we need to know which particular trail we are going to delete. I know the one trail which I created for demonstration in previous session. I'm going to update it first. At the end, I will delete. So you can get the trail status, like what are the settings or configuration for that particular trail. With AWS CloudTrail space cat dash trail dash status dash name your trail name. On screen, you can see this is the status at present. Like this trail is enabled, it is logging at present. So let's quickly describe this particular trail. So with describe trails, if you see, I got two trails because I created two trails in last session. So for this particular lab, this is my target, this particular trail. If you see right now is multi-region trail is set to false. Let's say you have to enable this feature. How you can do that? For that, simply run CloudTrail followed by update trail, your trail name, and is multi-region trail. Press enter. As soon command finish, if you see right now it's true because it just got updated from false to true. So that's a way you can easily change the options or the functionality. Let's say I want to make it false again. If you see right now it's false. You may be thinking how I can get information what particular features are supported, what things I can do for that. Let's say even I am not sure. What I do generally, I take help from AWS command line interface. So AWS space service for which I'm seeking help, then I can type help. If you see, it is telling what is CloudTrail service, what are the available commands. If you see create trail, delete trail, describe trail, get trail, list public, all the options are there. So that is at high level. At this time, I'm just seeking help on update trail. What are the options supported by update trail? In that case, I can say AWS CloudTrail, then the command, then help. It will tell me what are the options. If you see, these are the supported options. If you want to enable multi-region, no multi-region, enable log file validation, no log file validation, and everything is here. What is mean by S3 prefix, what is an SNS topic mean, what include global service event mean, what is multi-region mean, all the information is here. So basically, is multi-region specify whether the trail applies only to the current region or to all regions. By default, it's false. So in that way, you can get all information. No need to go to Google to get the data or get what command to run. If you see here, example is also given. What command you have to run. So that's something which is always useful. So here we discussed how to update trail. Let's say you want to stop the logging of a trail. To stop logging, simply AWS CloudTrail stop logging dash name then trail name. Okay, this command is finished, and now we can get the trail status, what trail is doing. Here it will show it's false, is logging is false. It means trail is stopped now. Right now it's not working. To enable it again, you can just say start logging, and trail will be enabled. Let's verify. Okay, it's enabled. It's green. Green looks good. Okay, now let's say you don't need this trail. As I mentioned, you can delete the trail using delete trail command like this. Press enter. Okay, trail is deleted. So next thing, there is a bucket which was associated with this particular trail that may be used for some other work also. But if you're sure, you don't need that S3 bucket at all because that was associated only with this trail. Then you can delete that S3 bucket. So how to delete the S3 bucket? Here AWS S3 RP, as I mentioned before, remove bucket S3 : / bucket name -- force. I'm repeating why force because this bucket code data, and it will automatically delete the data. If you see, it is deleting the contents which were inside the bucket. It deleted the data of bucket first. If you see here, from beginning it deleted all the data. Delete. These were the files inside bucket, and at the end it removed the bucket. If you see, bucket is removed. This was the bucket name. So let's verify whether bucket actually got deleted or not. For that, you can run AWS S3 list bucket. Let me show you how you can. The quickest way is AWS S3 API space list -- buckets. Okay, if you see right now, it got only one bucket, which is simple AWS Cloud. And this was the previous bucket which we have removed. That is not visible in our account. It means it's deleted. So that's easy. Okay, one thing I want to tell, the bucket name is here. That's my mistake. That's display name. So this was the bucket name test Yogesh Mehta S3 bucket, which is not this one because this bucket we already deleted. This is something different. So our bucket is deleted. That's a confirmation. So that's it. If you have to delete a trail or update a trail using graphical interface, how you can do that, I will quickly demonstrate. Okay, I logged on to my Amazon console, management console, clicking on CloudTrail. Here it will list what all trails I got. I'm clicking on trails. It is loading. Okay, this is the trail which is the second trail. One trail I already deleted using command line. This is separate trail. It got this particular S3 bucket associated with it. Let's say I want to delete it. How I can do that? First of all, I have to select the trail by clicking here on the trail name, and it's easy here. Single click. If you see this particular recycle bin mark, click here. Click on delete trail. If you see, I came back to this particular page. It means there is no trail at present, everything deleted. But for verification, I can go back to CloudTrail service, CloudTrail, and trail will be empty. If you see, it is saying get started now because there is no trail at all. So all the trails are deleted. Let me verify whether S3 bucket automatically got deleted or I have to delete it manually. What do you think? Because using command line, I have to manually delete the bucket, and I'm thinking same need to be done here because trail deletion will not trigger the S3 bucket deletion. We have to delete it manually because your S3 bucket may be used by other services or other functions. So that's a good thing which Amazon is doing, and I know I don't need this particular bucket. How I can delete it now? Click on buckets, select bucket basically, then here in the bucket simply select the bucket. I have selected here. By clicking here, it is showing what are the bucket properties. And to delete it, basically, if you want to empty it first, you can click here. Empty bucket means it will only delete the data. But if you want to complete the bucket completely with data, click on delete bucket. It is saying, are you sure you want to delete this particular bucket? Type name of bucket to confirm that security. Let me see if I can copy paste here. That's a confirmation. I'm going to delete the right bucket which I'm planning. So I have the bucket name, clicking on confirm. If you see bucket is deleted, it again came to this welcome screen for that particular service. If you see no bucket is listed. So in that way you can do the update and deletion stuff for CloudTrail. I hope this session will be helpful for you guys. If you have any query, any suggestion, just leave a comment on my YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.